A disturbing human trafficking operation has been uncovered in Ogun State, where police say they dismantled an alleged illegal baby factory and rescued 2 heavily pregnant women and 4 children. 6 suspects have been arrested in connection with the operation, including an attending nurse, while police investigators are also searching for a newborn baby whose whereabouts remain unknown. The operation took place in the Mowe area of Ogun State and has now triggered a wider investigation into what authorities describe as suspected human trafficking and illegal adoption activities. But what exactly did police uncover? And what happened to the newborn baby who reportedly disappeared after being delivered at a hospital? Here is what we know. Operatives of the Mowe Division of the Ogun State Police Command reportedly carried out the operation after receiving sustained intelligence about suspicious activities at a location in Abaren village. The intelligence-led operation was conducted on August 24th at about 8 a.m. Police officers reportedly stormed the alleged syndicate's hideout at Toluwalase Street, Abaren village, via Barimole, a suburb of Mowe. According to the police, preliminary investigations suggested that human trafficking and illegal adoptions activities had allegedly been taking place at the facility for some time. When officers entered the premises, they reportedly found 2 pregnant women and 4 young children. The 2 women were identified as 23-year-old Ilesami Foluke, who was 7 months pregnant, and 20-year-old Ejewa Melody, who was 8 months pregnant. The 4 children recovered from the location reportedly consisted of 2 boys and 2 girls. The police described the rescue as a significant breakthrough in the fight against human trafficking and child exploitation. But the investigation did not end at the alleged baby factory. Police officers reportedly followed another line of intelligence to a hospital within the Mowe area. And what investigators reportedly discovered there raised even more questions. According to the police, another woman, 26-year-old Blessing Bright Effiong, had given birth to a baby boy at the hospital on August 20th. But while the mother was receiving medical care, the whereabouts of her newborn baby could not be established. That development reportedly prompted police to arrest an attending nurse as investigators attempted to establish what happened to the baby. The missing newborn has now become a major focus of the investigation. Police are expected to determine when the baby was last seen, who had access to the child, and whether the disappearance is connected to the alleged trafficking operation. The 6 people arrested in connection with the investigation include Florence Obonna, age 58, Magdalene Julius, age 63, Chidike Egungu, age 40, Onyechu Chidike, age 35, Stephen Obonna, age 39, and the attending nurse, Oseni Idaya. They are now facing investigation as authorities work to establish the full extent of the alleged operation. The case has reportedly been transferred to the State Criminal Investigation Department, SCID, in Elekwerand, Abeokuta. This is where investigators are expected to dig deeper. Who recruited the pregnant women? Who was responsible for the children found at the facility? Were the children legally adopted, or were they allegedly being prepared for illegal transfer? How many babies may have passed through the operation? And most urgently, where is the missing newborn baby? These questions will be central to the investigation. The alleged existence of such an operation also highlights the vulnerability of women and children who may be targeted by criminal networks. Baby factories are often associated with allegations involving the exploitation of vulnerable pregnant women and the illegal transfer or sale of newborn baby. That is why the rescue of the 2 pregnant women and 4 children is particularly significant. The police say the operation was based on intelligence And that point matters because human trafficking network can operate secretly, often relying on hidden locations and networks of people who facilitate the movement of victims. Without information from the public, such activities can remain hidden for long periods. That is why authorities are again urging residents to report suspicious activities. The Ogun State Commissioner of Police, Bode Ojajuni, reportedly commended the Mowe Division officers for their prompt response and operational efficiency. He also reaffirmed the command's commitment to combating human trafficking, child trading, and other violent crimes across the state. But the police operation also raises an important question about oversight. How could an alleged trafficking operation continue operating without being detected? And were there warning signs that could have led to an earlier intervention? Those questions will need to be answered as the investigation progresses. The involvement of a hospital and an attending nurse is the wider investigation makes the case particularly sensitive. If investigators establish that the missing baby was deliberately transferred or sold, the consequences could be extremely serious. But at this stage, the authorities are still investigating. The suspects are yet to be proven guilty, and investigators will need to establish the facts through evidence. The immediate priority, however, is the missing newborn. Finding that baby must be at the center of the investigation. Every hour matters when a vulnerable child cannot be accounted for. Authorities will need to establish the baby's last known location and identify everyone who may have had contact with the child. The rescued pregnant women and children will also require appropriate protection and support as the investigation continues. This incident is another reminder that human trafficking is not simply an abstract crime. Behind every investigation are real people whose lives can be permanently affected. A pregnant woman can become a victim, a child can disappear, and a family can be left searching for answers. That is why combating trafficking requires more than arrest. It requires intelligence. It requires public awareness. It requires cooperation between hospital, police, social services, and communities. And it requires serious prosecution when evidence establishes that crimes have been committed. The Ogun police have urged residents to remain vigilant and provide timely and credible information that could assist security agencies. That cooperation could help authorities uncover other facilities operating in secrecy and potentially prevent more children from becoming victims. The police have rescued 2 pregnant women and 4 children. 6 suspects have been arrested. Investigators have expanded the probe to a hospital in the Mowe area, and 1 newborn baby remains unaccounted for. That last details makes this investigation especially urgent. The question is no longer simply whether an alleged baby factory was operating in Abaran village. The bigger question is, where is the missing newborn? And how deep does this alleged trafficking network go? The answer could determine the next phase of the investigation. Authorities say the public will be kept informed as further developments emerge. For the rescued women and children, the immediate priority should be safety, protection, and appropriate support. For investigators, the task is clear. Establish the full network, locate the missing baby, and bring anyone found responsible before the law. And for the public, the message is equally clear. If something looks suspicious, report it. Sometimes, one piece of information can expose an entire criminal operation. What do you think? Should hospitals and other facilities face stronger monitoring to prevent newborn babies from disappearing through illegal trafficking networks? Share your thoughts in the comments and stay with us for more updates on Nigeria's security and crime stories. I am Cassie Tony.